Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
We all know how the saying goes. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Örülnek, főleg a hölgyek is, és megint Tyson is invited. And there was an uppercut. What a shot.
And that's especially true when it comes to combat sports. Over the years, we've witnessed numerous David versus Goliaths battle it out in the ring. So here's all the time giants got destroyed by fighters half their size. Mike Tyson versus Jose Ribalta, August 17th, 1986. Just 3 months before, Mike Tyson defeated Trevor Berbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion ever. A prime 20-year-old, Tyson was set up in a match with Cuban contender Jose Ribalta at the Trump Plaza Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. 5 feet 10-inch Tyson delivered a punishing combination to the 6 feet 5-inch Ribalta in round 2.
Mike Tyson is invited. And there was an uppercut. What a shot.
Consisting of a vicious right hook to the body followed by a massive right uppercut, resulting in a knockdown. Following the third knockdown in the final round, Tyson unleashed a barrage of power shots, prompting referee Rudy Battle to halt the action.
That's a fighter. And that's it. I want to say that there's no way.
Tivador Kunkli versus Bob Sapp, May 1st, 2011. Hungarian Muay Thai legend Kunkli willingly accepted a seemingly insurmountable challenge by agreeing to face Bob Sapp despite conceding a height difference of 20 centimeters. The fight started off with Bob trying to use his massive size to grapple and tire out his opponent. However, Kunkli escaped from his grip with knees and jabs. Then, Kunkli landed a powerful kick to the dome of his opponent and knocked him down. The fight continued, and Kunkli brought the big man down with a leg swoop. After recovering from being thrown over the ropes, Kunkli connected a powerful left elbow and Bob Sapp was down for the count. Eric Esch versus Genki Sudo, December 31st, 2003. In a matchup between Eric Butterbean Esch and Genki Neo Samurai Sudo, Esch enjoyed a considerable weight advantage. Esch weighed 175 kilograms, while Sudo only weighed 75 kilograms. During the first round, Sudo strategically employed side kicks, targeting Esch's legs and body while running around the ring and avoiding Esch's reach. The second round commenced with Sudo attempting daring flying kicks. Butterbean responded with powerful hooks and executed a takedown. However, Neo Samurai skillfully secured a heel hook, taking a submission win on the giant. Akebono Taro versus Don Frye, May 3rd, 2006. In yet another sumo versus brawler matchup, the odds were stacked against Don Frye when he faced off against a 6 feet 8-inch giant Akebono. The fight started off quick as both men let off a flurry of punches toward each other. Owing to his weight advantage, Akebono was able to push Don to the corner, but not without taking a heavy beating. After that, most of the fight was just Akebono pinning Don against a corner and the ref having to break them up. In the final round, Don miraculously dropped Akebono with a leg kick and immediately proceeded for a submission. The giant tapped, and the close quarter slugfest finally concluded at 3 minutes 50 seconds. Fedor Emelianenko vs. Zuluzinho, December 31, 2005. Following his successful defense of the Pride heavyweight title against Mirko Cro Cop Filopovic in the summer of 2005, Fedor Emelianenko was matched up a few weight classes to face Wagner de Conceição Martins, widely recognized as Zuluzinho. Eyeing down the 6 feet 7 inch giant, Fedor was unfazed. At the time, Zuluzinho boasted an undefeated record of 8 professional fights. However, he quickly discovered that he was no match for the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. In a matter of seconds into the fight, Emelianenko dispatched him to the canvas with a rapid and precise 1-2 combination.
I gotta tell you, we're not taking it away from Fedor. Oh my gosh, that's it! Oh no!
The rest was just for good measure so the beast wouldn't get back up.
Team thrown by Fedor.
And Fedor Emelianenko, an absolute machine. A barrage
That's
of
it,
hammer
that's it.
fist. Fedor Emelianenko sends a very clear...
Ikuhisa Minoa vs. Giant Silva, April 2, 2006. 5 feet 9 inch Ikuhisa Minoa had a reputation for testing himself against huge foes, and they don't come any bigger than Giant Silva, one of the tallest fighters to ever grace MMA at 7 feet 2 inches. A former member of Brazil's basketball team who'd moved on to become a professional wrestler, Silva was a freak specimen. After a cautious opening, Minoa closed the distance by rolling into his opponent and then drove Silva to the mat with a single leg. The turning point came when Minoa began delivering powerful knees to the head of Silva.
Just like it last time. You can hit something down, you get 2 knee strikes. Now he's going left and right with the knees to the head.
Silva promptly conceded, and Minoa secured the victory by TKO just 2 minutes and 33 seconds into the bout. Fedor Emelianenko vs. Hongman Choi, December 31, 2007. Standing at an imposing 7 feet 2 inches and weighing 300 pounds, the South Korean super heavyweight was a formidable opponent for Fedor. Riding a remarkable 24-fight winning streak, Fedor was widely regarded as the best heavyweight in the world. However, facing the Techno Goliath was no joke. In the early stages of the fight, Fedor encountered difficulties as Choi managed to take him down on 2 separate occasions.
And Choi takes him down.
During the first instance, Fedor attempted an armbar from his back, literally hanging off Choi's enormous limb. Yet, he slipped off and endured a few punches, marking up his face. He tried again the second time they went to the ground.
Trying to do a sambo trip.
This time, Fedor secured the submission, compelling Choi to tap out in less than 2 minutes after the fight commenced.
Mammoth fist here of Hongman Choi. Again, Fedor going for That's it, he got it. Fedor does it.
Randy Couture vs. Tim Sylvia, March 3, 2007. A shining example of David vs. Goliath was when Randy Couture announced he was coming out of retirement to take on the reigning heavyweight champion at the time, Tim Sylvia. He found himself gearing up to take on the Maniac, a towering figure at a lofty 6 feet 8 inches. The fight started with Couture flooring Sylvia with a right hand less than 10 seconds into the first round. Sylvia recovered, but Couture never left him back into the fight for the 5 rounds that followed, controlling him with his superior wrestling and ultimately winning the bout. Igor Vovchanchin vs. Dan Bobish, February 1, 2004. Igor Vovchanchin found himself with the chance to square off against the 6 feet 1 inch, 350-pound former NCAA wrestler Dan Bobish at a particularly intriguing juncture in his career. The 5 feet 8 inch, 220-pound striker was coming off a brutal setback in his last outing, a devastating 69-second head kick KO loss to Mirko Cro Cop Filopovic. Now facing a formidable opponent with a wrestling background, Vovchanchin aimed to turn the tide and get back on the winning track.
Striking, and then go for the takedown. Look at this. He's behind his back, he's takedown. And there we...
The fight didn't start well for Vovchanchin as he found himself being taken down by the wrestler early in the opening round. At one stage, Bobic simply scooped his opponent off the mat by one leg and thumped him back down again.
Suffering a fractured orbit in that loss. And
Beautiful
now another
sprawl here.
sprawl.
Now he starts the knees.
And the fans responding in kind. With the there's a kick, another kick, and the tape.
A stuffed takedown then allowed the Ukrainian to get on top and start blasting Bobic with some nasty ground and pound, and that took the remaining fight out of the big man, leading to a TKO stoppage.
Okay, Bobic says no more.
That's it, Dan. Bobic has verbally tapped.
Yep.
And
Royce Gracie versus Akebono, December 31st, 2004. At 6 feet 8 inches and a whopping 484 pounds, Akebono had been a successful sumo wrestler in Japan earlier in his career, reaching the highest rank of Yokozuna. But then he turned his attention to other combat sports, which led to his MMA debut against the famed submission expert. In the initial phases of the bout, Gracie found himself beneath the colossal opponent, who held a staggering weight advantage of over 300 pounds.
ホイス82キロローキック乗った
重くなったって言われたんですけど、
足を使って左に決めている
今決まりましたね。
However, this strategic move was all part of Gracie's game plan. The second time he was taken down, he patiently worked to find room on his opponent's back to lock in an omoplata on Akebono's beefy left arm, ultimately submitting the behemoth. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira versus Bob Sapp, August 28, 2002. While Bob Sapp may have later become a subject of amusement in his career, back in 2002 when he faced Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira at Pride Shockwave, he was still living up to his nickname, The Beast. Standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, Sapp weighed a staggering 375 pounds at the time. Yet the most freakish aspect was that he was unnaturally athletic for his size, with a chiseled, thickly muscled physique. 71,000 people were in attendance that night to watch the spectacle. Big Nog immediately swooped for a takedown, only to be effortlessly scooped up and powerbombed into the mat by Sapp. For the next 10 minutes, Nogueira was put through the ringer, but he persevered. Bit by bit, he meticulously maneuvered into position for an armbar, putting in a determined effort to break Sapp's grip. With much effort, he dropped back, extending the limb and compelling the beast to tap out, securing one of his most memorable victories.
Unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable.
Nikolai Valuev versus David Haye, November 7th, 2009. The tale of the tape was well told. Nikolai Valuev, the WBA heavyweight champion, was 9 inches bigger, 7 stone heavier, and had an 8-inch reach advantage over his opponent David Haye, who had only had 2 heavyweight fights thus far in his career. Haye, at a significant size disadvantage, relied on evasive footwork, frustrating Valuev's aggressive pursuit. Rounds 2 and 3 saw Haye landing a powerful right hand, shaking Valuev. The 10th round witnessed increased action, with Valuev getting closer to Haye. Round 12 brought a burst of Haye's signature cluster bombs, rocking Valuev.
Нельзя ни в коем случае, Николай. Нет, он...
Ultimately, Haye secured a split decision victory, with one judge scoring it a draw. Despite damaging his hand early, Haye's smart boxing and occasional flurries earned him the WBA heavyweight title. And that wraps up this video. If you think we missed your favorite David, let us know in the comments below. Peace out.